Welcome to Clarity Breathwork that I was just introduced to 3 weeks ago, and I so love Jeri and her work that I've been doing the Clarity Breathwork every day, and this is like new for me. There's nothing I've done every day other than brush my teeth and go to the bathroom every day. So I have found it inspiring, enlightening, more flow in my day, and more peace and calmness. And so I'm really excited that Jeri's here all the way from California to be in person with you. And she's going to talk about all the benefits, and she's got great stories, which you love, about how to how it's helped in her life. And then you get to experience the 20-minute meditation, and then the recording will be sent to you tomorrow. And then we've got a handout and links to other breath work. So, Jeri, would you like it to take it away? And if everybody can mute themselves while we're doing this, except for Jeri, don't mute yourself.
Okay. All right. So it is now 4:05. So I only have 30 minutes to talk, and I want to see everybody. Is there a way I can see everybody while I talk?
Yes. Okay. I'll take you off spotlight there. You want it on
Now
gallery.
you're on spotlight. Yeah.
Okay.
Gallery. So usually I can, oh, here we go. Okay. I'll go into gallery. All right. And thank you. I want to just thank everybody for showing up. And I'm just so excited because I get to share with you this modality that has changed my life. And with Clarity Breathwork, this is the closest I've experienced God, oneness, non-duality, spirit. And so to share it with you is just such a joy. So thank you. So I'm Jeri Lawson, and I have a full-time healing practice in Oakland, California. And I do healing work, which is my foundation healing work is healing touch. I've studied with a lot of Reiki masters. So it's healing touch Reiki. And then I do this breathwork practice. And this is called Clarity Breathwork. There are many different kinds of breathwork practices, and they're all wonderful. I've done probably most of them, and the breathwork practice I facilitate is the one I first learned, which is Clarity Breathwork. And you've probably heard of rebirthing in the 70s. Clarity Breathwork comes out of rebirthing. There are two main streams of breath work. One was Stan Groff, who you may have heard of. He's now like 85, 88. And he was a graduate student in Europe when LSD came out, and they were experimenting with LSD. And he noticed that when people came out of their LSD journeys, that they were breathing very, in the circular breath pattern. And so when LSD became illegal, he started using the breath work as ways for people to access altered states of consciousness. And that's what this breath work does. The other stream of breath work is from Leonard Orr, who had a spontaneous rebirthing session in a sauna. So this whole breath work rebirthing practice came out of that. It's very popular in the 70s around California. And it's where you let go of the patterns of your birth. Like if your mother was sick when she was pregnant with you, if you were cesarean, if you had forceps at your birth. I didn't really believe that could impact our lives so much, but after doing this work since 2006, I totally believe it, And Clarity Breathwork comes from the principles that what is blocking you in your life. If it is a birth pattern, then the birth pattern comes up, but we don't go for the birth patterns. Clarity Breathwork brings up whatever is holding you back from feeling separate from God, from feeling separate from other people, from feeling separate from life in general. So it is really powerful. So Clarity Breathwork, what happens in a regular session is my client comes, we talk, And then they're on the table fully clothed and they breathe through their mouth for 50 minutes. And then I am there and I am touching them, I am guiding them, I'm keeping them awake. And they are just breathing into their body like, like that for 50 minutes. And what happens is that anything that is keeping them separate or blocking their life force energy comes up, whether that's fear, emotion, old beliefs, I'm not good enough, life is hard. So when I found Clarity Breathwork, I was pretty sick. I had very severe migraines. So I was getting sick almost like every weekend. I was vomiting every weekend. It was really bad. And I thought, okay, I've got to stop this. So I started doing breath work. And I went to a circle, a breath work circle. And when I was breathing, I felt the right side of my body just go into spasms and the left side of my body was normal. And I was hot and I was cold. And it was just like the most amazing, incredible physical experience. And I realized that this was the key for me to heal my migraines, because before an onset of a headache, the right side of my body would tighten. And so I knew, okay, there's something here. And I started breathing with Maggie Ostara, who is my breathwork practitioner. And in about 5 sessions, the headache started to go away. And when you breathe, you also get guidance. Like I got like, okay, I changed my diet. I started exercising. I realized I was allergic to dairy. A lot of things came together, but it is through the breathwork practice that I could heal myself. And since then, since 2006, I have watched people heal from addiction, headaches. I have had people have full on migraines in their breath session and breathe right through them. I've had people with vertigo. I've had people with back issues. Of course, there's anxiety, emotional, emotional issues, divorce. Breath work is the thing that really lets you discover what is holding you back in your life. So it's really powerful. Okay, so I got so much to tell you. I'm getting too excited. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to do like a 20-minute breathe meditation. Okay, so you're going to either sit in your chair or you're going to lay back or lay on your bed, which is perfect. And you're just going to breathe through your mouth like this. Through your mouth. And we breathe through our mouth because you get more oxygen in. And you also breathe through your mouth in a circular pattern, no pause at the beginning, no pause at the end. And you can do it as sitting up. And if you feel like you need to lay down, you can go, totally lay down. And that is the whole process. The things that might happen during this process is your mouth may feel dry, but what happens is that it will moisten up through the breath. I know it doesn't sound like it's going to. The first time my breath worker said, oh, your mouth will moisten up, I'm like, there's no way, I'm breathing through my mouth, but it does. And you also might feel tingling in your hands and feet or feel numbness in your hands and feet. That's called tetany. It's an imbalance of carbon dioxide to oxygen in your physical body. And what it means emotionally, I find, is places where you're stuck in your life, the breath will bring up. So if you feel like you're stuck, you might feel like your hands might feel numb. My sinuses a lot of times will get numb still. And that's totally normal. And then after the breath session, it'll go away. I had a friend who was going through a divorce and getting a new job. And every time she breathed for 3 months, her whole body went into tetany and she couldn't move. She was like paralyzed and she just breathed through it. And once, things in her life started getting resettled, the tetany went away, and she kind of missed it because she felt like she was really healing something when it was happening. You might feel a lot of emotions during the breath session. Any emotion that comes up is to be released, to be given space. Like you might have emotions you don't even realize that are in your body or in your life at this time. Most of us have so much going on at this point that we're pretty aware of all the things we're dealing with. But this breath work helps you release it. So anything coming up, any sensation, if you broke your ankle in college, and then all of a sudden you may feel a really sharp sensation in your ankle, or you might feel your back ache from an old injury. That is the oxygen going into every cell of your body and releasing old trauma, releasing old pain. So this is the modality that really connects spirit and body. It's so good for like when you like the frustration we're feeling, the anxiety we're feeling, the excess energy in our bodies, the emotions. This practice really helps me stay grounded and able to hold it. Because once, during a breathe, now, not every breath session is different. Every time you do it, every time I hold space for somebody, it's totally different. And I do find that in healing too. Like every time you go into sacred space, you just hold space, and then whatever is needed shows up. Okay. So it's like that in the breath session. So if you do the session with me today, and you do it with the recording, tomorrow, you could have a completely different experience. So it's pretty powerful. So I have a few more minutes. Cindy, is there a question, Lisa?
So I'm a little familiar with this. I did a hypnotherapy training, and then there was an adjacent to that, they had a breath work training. And everything you're describing is exactly what I went through. And I just gotta say, they made it seem so difficult. The whole process was involved, and you had to be with a sitter, and
Yeah, let's call it. Yeah.
and you had to have, I mean, there's so many different, and I guess it's because it's a training and they want to make it bigger, fancier, or whatever.
They want to make it safe.
Yeah. And you've already made this safe, and it's so simple what I'm hearing from you. And I can't wait to do it again, because I kind of forgot that part of my life, and I have definitely have things that I could work on. So I'm really excited, and thank you for
yes.
I just love this already. I'm so excited.
So this is so exciting, because what's going to be my goal here is just to give you a little taste. And then Cindy has these notes that I've sent her, and on it there's a man named Michael Stone, and he has these online breath sessions, and there's one that's free. So that's like a full-on breath session that you can do online to have the full experience. And then I also gave you links to my trainers, the people that I trained with in my modality. And there are many amazing modalities. And I have to say, I was very nervous the first time I did this, because I don't do breath work online, because I want to be there. I want to be there if something comes up for my client. And I'm kinesthetic, so I do a lot of touch, and that's how I make people feel safe. But I'm kind of working with an advanced group here, right? And also we're doing 20 minutes, and then I'm going to check in with everybody afterwards. Okay. So that I can hear your voice. And when I hear your voice, I'll know if you're okay. And if you're not okay, if something comes up, you want to talk about it, I am so available. You can call me, we can talk about it. Because this process it's really powerful. That's why we need it. And there's like I may not do it online, but many practitioners do it online. I totally support them,
But what's also cool is that I have my client tomorrow has chronic migraines, And so, I mean, you've just given me at
Yes,
least
this is very,
a full session with her. Thank you so much. Should we go in with an intention?
we
Or is
can
it
go in with an
expected not to?
intention. We'll set an intention before we go in. We'll all pick our own intention, and then I'll do an invocation for us.
Thank you.
And yeah, so it'll be
It'll be
pretty.
lovely because, you know, listening to her voice and, you know, she's doing the affirmations while you go and it's intuitive. And I was replaying it to her because we were figuring out what music we were going to use because she couldn't remember. And I was like, well, here, I listen to this every day. And she goes, oh, my voice. And I go, but I love your voice. I love the affirmations because the affirmation doesn't allow my mind to go into the monkey brain and to worry. It's like it's affirming and it's uplifting and inspiring, and you're really going to enjoy it. And it also, if any emotions come up, like anger or sadness or grief, it's just we just breathe into it. And it's just like, oh, I can do another.
Especially anger. I don't, anger is so, this is the modality that processes anger. And I don't talk about that a lot because, who wants a bunch of angry clients? But I'm telling you, it's like, I mean, we all are so agitated and angry about what's going on. And anger is a beautiful emotion that motivates us, that can really, once it moves through your body, it is this process unlocks our vital life force energy. This breath work, and healing does too, but there's something about breath work that really gets to the physical body, that just your organs, your like you'll notice, like after the breath work, you'll have to go to the bathroom maybe, and that your urine may be more yellow. It physically releases toxins from the body. Your kidneys, your liver, your blood, like your skin will look different. Like I always want to do before and after pictures after my clients, because it's like 10, 10, you look 10 years younger, it's so powerful. And then the first time we did it, like everyone goes, I can see better. A lot of people could visually see better, and that's because probably the muscles behind the eyes and definitely the muscles in the neck relax, which releases muscles behind the eyes, and so you can see more clearly.
So would that help with tendonitis and jaw, anything that's tight through
The
here?
jaw. Oh my God, the jaw. This is the jaw. So you feel and as soon as you start breathing, even today, you'll start breathing and you might feel every place in your body that's tight, which can be alarming, right? So then but you breathe into it. And I just want to say, you are in control. You are in control of this. I'm going to be talking a lot. And I actually don't talk that much when I'm touching, I don't have to talk so much, but I talk here because I'm connecting with you energetically, everybody. So, and so I can just go on forever, but, like just breathe. If you want to stop breathing, if you're scared, if you don't feel safe at all, then you can slow your breath down. Don't just stop, but slow your breath down because you are in control. And then if you want to pick it up again, you can, but slow it down. If you feel safe, if you feel like this is your time a fear comes up, you can breathe. You can just breathe into that fear, and you can just feel it move out. Okay. And it's, or sadness. There's sadness is a big one. Sadness, breathe into the sadness. Where is it in your body? Or sudden, if you have hip issues or lower back issues, this modality is amazing for lower back. It is I got hit by a car in a crosswalk, and every time I felt my back start to become unstable, I would lay down, breathe for 20 minutes, and because I could just stand up, and it was like nothing had happened. And in 3 days I was fine. And that was because it really oxygenates, it really relaxes all the muscles in your spine and your hips and your back and your neck and your jaw. And it just makes your body, it just creates this space that you didn't even know you were tight in some places. So, and then the older injuries may come up if you've had children, if you've just had an operation of any kind and you have anesthesia in your body, you might start to smell it or feel it come out and release. if you're going off of medications, or, you know, you'll also, it'll be cleansing that out too. Let me see what else. You might have muscle spasms. Like sometimes, you know how your muscles release, that will also, like you'll all of a sudden you'll feel your neck twitching, and you know, that's a very positive release of energy through your body. And the tingling, you might have tingling everywhere. You might get hot, like you might all of a sudden feel flushed and hot. Just keep breathing. You might feel cold. If you have a blanket, you can throw it over yourself. I mean, that's what I do as a practitioner. I'm throwing blankets on people. I'm taking them off. I'm opening the window, turning on the heater. You know, like I am managing the room for my clients' comfort. So that's what you can do for yourself too, whatever, however that works for you. And you know, I just want to say you might access so much joy. There is so much joy in this practice. You know, when you, like this experience of God that I talk about, like I refer to it sometimes as suspended enoughness. Like it's okay. Like there's just this, okay, there's this okayness about, there's no place to go. There's just your breath. And there are points where your breath will breathe you. There are points where, like, it may be really hard to take in a breath. And maybe you have issues with receiving, you know, and then maybe it's hard to exhale. Like sometimes my clients will go, like they just can't let go. They can't exhale. And so part of their breath work session is just, and then all of a sudden they're exhaling fine. You know, it's like how we give, how we receive, how we inhale, how we exhale, how we are in the world, the internal, the external. You know, this is the breath. The breath is the key for us to access it all. So.
And that sounds, you know, like it's just mirroring our life, whatever is happening. Like for Karen who's got a cold and she's hanging on there dearly, like to just, it'll help to release it, right? Or
Yes.
somebody's had a busy day who's on the call, like just releasing that tension that perhaps you picked up.
Yeah. So this will be great.
Does anybody have any questions, or?
Do we have any questions? Anybody nervous or anything? No? Okay. Everybody feels okay. So, and then there's plenty of time after. Okay. So when I do it, I'll do that for 20 minutes of the breath. And then I'll say, okay, go ahead and slow your breath down. And then I'm going to shut up. Okay. So then you won't hear my voice. And then the music will go. And then I can watch everybody. So that's kind of cool. And then when you're ready, I'll just notice that everybody's sitting up, but it's really important after the breathe, if you're in a space that is so beautiful, that's so integrated, to just stay there. Okay. Like I let my clients, like my breath sessions are 2.5 to 3 hours long. So they're breathing for 50 minutes. And sometimes it's another 50 minutes of them just coming back into the room, because it's so, like, that integration is so powerful. You go into altered states of consciousness with this, and you probably will right now. You will go into, and you may feel suddenly really sleepy right away. And if that happens, then you just keep breathing. If you're laying down and you feel sleepy, put your arm up. And then when you fall asleep, your arm will drop, and then that'll keep you going. So that's a good tip for on your own when you're breathing on your own. It's really helpful because sometimes the sleepy thing, you get really sleepy, and there's so much more after that. And you also may go into such a beautiful space right away and you want to stop breathing. And then it's my job as your guide here to kind of keep you going further so that you can access all that's available. Okay. So I'm so excited. This is your a taste of Clarity Breathwork. Is there anything I should say, Cindy? Did I forget anything?
Colleen has a question, and then I just want to remind everybody, we would like you to all participate in expressing what you felt during the Clarity Breathwork, because Jeri wants to make sure you're all back. So Colleen, and then Pauline. Colleen, then Pauline.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm breathing right. So can you please give the instructions again
Yes.
when we start?
Okay, so you open your mouth and try to relax your jaw. It did take me like 6 years to relax my jaw, but you know, anyway. So your mouth is open. And the inhale is enthusiastic and the exhale is just a letting go. And you try not to hold it on the top or the bottom. And sometimes you can't do that, but you just do your best. And I'll be breathing with you.
It doesn't make you
Yes,
dizzy?
you do get dizzy, but you're laying down most of the time, so it's okay. If you're sitting up, just keep breathing. You kind of move through that.
So is it better to be lying down or sitting up?
You could lie down. Is it easy for you to lie down there?
Yeah, I just came in here to lie in bed, and then I
Yes,
thought, well,
definitely lie down. Definitely lie down if you can. And Karen can really, you know, she can really go for it.
Pauline?
Yes, you did say 50, not 15, right? Minutes?
In my private sessions, they're 50, but we're only going to do it for 20.
Yeah. Okay, good, good.
And if you remember, if you want to stop, you know, just if you're at a place where you just want to slow down, then just slow down and enjoy. No matter what you do, you're going to benefit. All right.
All right, all right. I'll put you on spotlight just so that, or do you want to, you can still see them by?
No, this is good for me.
Oh, this is good for you? Okay.
And then right before, if you want to set a personal intention, I'm going to do an invocation at the beginning. So you can set an intention just to connect with your highest wisdom, your deepest intuition. You might want to release something. You might want to just feel peace. You might want to experience God. Whatever is up for you, just set the intention. And thank you. I'm so excited. Okay. So we're going to start now. So go ahead. It is 4:31. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your mouth and just letting the exhale go. And we're setting an intention for you to come fully and completely into this moment, this breath, this inhale, and this exhale. We are setting an intention for you to receive everything you need during this session. For you to feel your own divine energy, for you to access all the energy, your vital life force energy that is right here, right now, in this breath, in this moment. So we are opening up this moment to the invisible realms. We are calling in your guides, your angels, and all aspects of your higher self, and asking for their guidance, their blessing, and their intervention. And just realize that everything in your life and in your mind is in a perfect state of evolution, and you are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to know. So focusing on that inhale, call in the energy, the love, the power, the kindness, the gentleness of the energies of this moment that are always here for you. Call in your highest wisdom and your deepest intuition. Call in the love of all that is in this moment. You are breathing in your own magnificence, your beauty. Just realize that the most powerful healing energy is self-love, self-appreciation, and self-acknowledgement. We are celebrating you, your gifts, your presence on this planet at this crazy time. You are important. You are holding a high space. With every step in your life and in your day, you are creating love. You are rippling out positive healing energy for so many people on so many levels. It is impossible for us to even know. Just breathe in this energy, this love. Just acknowledging how connected you are, how powerful the space you hold is in every moment of your life. Just focusing on your breath, focusing on your inhale. Your breath is the healer. Your breath is healing. You are calling in all the frequencies you need, all the energies, all the love. And you are exhaling and releasing anything standing in the way of your connection to your true self. You are letting go of old trauma, old beliefs, even though they once served you well. With each exhale, you are letting go of anything keeping you from feeling fully alive, fully present in this moment. You are clearing your consciousness, your subconsciousness, and you are healing and clearing the connected, the collective unconscious. With each exhale, you are letting go of everything keeping you from being at peace in your body, in your mind, and in your emotions. With each exhale, you are healing and clearing every level of your being, your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body. With each exhale, you are clearing your physical body. With each breath, you are calling in the energies. You are expanding and healing and detoxing every cell in your body, in your bones, in your blood, in your brain, in your mind, in your kidneys, in your adrenals, in every organ, in every muscle, in every ligament, in your eyes. You are letting go. You're probably already feeling a deeper consciousness, a deeper connection to your inner wisdom. You are accessing and opening your seventh chakra. You are accessing and opening your first chakra, connecting to the earth and connecting to the sky. You are connecting to your higher consciousness, your higher self. You are opening your energy on every level. You are calling in everything that makes you feel safe and grounded. There is so much love in every breath. There is so much energy. There is so much support. Feel that support from our beautiful earth. Feel that love from the planet that is always there, always supporting our physical bodies, our healing practices, our lives, our relationships. With every breath, you are calling in joy, peace. You are probably feeling it in your physical body at this time. A physical, tangible experience. And if there's anything standing in the way of your peace and your joy, it is coming up to be released gently, easily, joyfully. With every breath, you are going deeper. With every breath, you are releasing unconscious beliefs that you are not enough, that you can't connect with spirit. With every breath, you can let go of any trauma, of old thoughts, old emotional habits in your physical body. You can release old eating patterns, old emotional, habitual patterns, old mental patterns, anything that is keeping you from feeling fully present, fully alive, anything that is keeping you from feeling fully joyful and fully at peace in this moment. So call in that which can bring peace to your heart, peace to your mind, and exhale anything that is keeping you from feeling grounded, from feeling loved, from receiving love, from giving love, from being love. With every breath, every inhale, and every exhale, you are. You are the breath. You are the giver, the receiver, and the gift itself. Feel the helpers around you, your guides, your angels, all aspects of your higher self. Feel how much support from our community, from this breath circle. We are a circle of breathing, loving spirits. And we are holding space for each other as we breathe. Breathe in this energy from your community. Breathe in. You are a portal of love to any dimension, all aspects of this moment. Breathe in the energies that are going to serve you right now in your life. They're going to serve you in your healing practice. That are going to serve you, your clients, your family, and everyone you come in contact with. You are creating a portal of consciousness, calling in for the planet, for the world, for all of us, the energies that are needed at this time. Every breath is so important. Every breath is so vital for the raising of consciousness in our bodies, in our work, and in our lives. Feel the magnificence of your own being. Feel the power that every breath brings us. Feel the gift that is always here, always accessible. Our connection to the earth, our connection to the sky, the moon, the stars, the sun. It is all here right now in your breath. Notice any places where you feel tight and breathe in those places with love. You are doing it right. Every breath is perfect. Any thought that you are not breathing correctly, just exhale that thought and breathe in the perfection of this moment. Every breath you are breathing is perfect for you in this moment. The breath will change as you open, as you heal, as you hold space for more energy in your physical body. You might feel the tingling, the energy. You are raising the vibration of your body so that everything of a lower vibration will gently fall away. Healing is the falling away of that which is not serving us in this moment, even though it once helped us so much at one point. Breath is life. Breath is beauty. Breath is love. Breathe in love. You are loved, you are lovable, and you are able to love. Breathe until the breath breathes you. Feel the energy that is always here. Feel our connection. Feel our hearts unite in this breath, in this circle, in this joy, in the connection, in the light of all that is. Breathe into your jaw, breathe into your heart, breathe into the back of your heart, your shoulders. The breath will heal every muscle in your body. Breathe into any places in your body that feel tight. Breathe into any parts of your body that feel like they are not open with love, and let them gently do what they need to do. We are accessing states of consciousness that are so healing, so powerful, so joyful. We are accessing energies that are always here and always available. You are breathing in love. You are love. Feel that connection to the God of your own heart, to the essence that has always been supporting you. Breathe in to that which has always been here to help you, to guide you, your own highest wisdom, your deepest intuition. And just let that exhale release gently and easily, consciously and subconsciously. All that has been holding you back today, yesterday, everything is in this moment. Your past, this is where all healing happens. In this breath, in this inhale, in this exhale. This is where our past is. Here is where we heal the past in this breath. Here is where we create the future. It is all here right now in this breath, in this moment. The presence is where all healing happens. Here is where we access everything we need is right here in this breath. All your guidance, all your joy, all the peace, all the release, all the resistance. Breathe into any resistance. The resistance is where the transformation happens, whether that's resistance in your physical body, in your throat, in your heart, in your lower back. You breathe into the resistance, whether it is in your mind, whether it is in your emotions. You breathe into the resistance, and that is where the healing happens. We breathe into the resistance with love. We never resist the resistance. We never resist. We just breathe into all that is happening, all that is arising in this moment with great love, great joy, with great support, with kindness, with the power of this breath, the power of this moment, with great curiosity, with great awareness of what is happening, feeling physically in our body, feeling these higher states of consciousness. We breathe into the emotions that are coming up. You might have tears of joy in your eye. Breathe into your throat. Breathe into your power to voice your authentic voice, your authentic self, your true being. Breathe into any anger. Breathe into any grief. Breathe in joy. Breathe in peace. This is your space, your sacred space. This is where we are held. This is where we are safe. This is where we are connected. This is where we find each other and find the deepest aspects of who we really are. This is the space we hold for ourselves, to heal ourselves. The greatest power in the world is self-healing. When we love ourselves, nothing is impossible. Nothing is not available to us. Everything is right here. Feel that love, feel that joy, feel the ecstasy of this moment, of this breath. Every breath you're taking now is perfect. Breathe in this special sacred space, this connection to each other, this connection to all that is. The power, the beauty, the kindness, and the love. We have been breathing for 20 minutes. Take all the time you need to slow your breath down and come back to your body, the bed or the chair that you're lying on. Take all the time you need, and when you're ready, just wave to me as I hold space for us to all rejoin, slowly, easily, and effortlessly. So Pauline is still, we'll let her, I already see her. So that's
Lisa set the intention to lose 50 pounds, and she did. A sense of humor is always good.
oh, I saw
And I didn't even have to take the LSD this time.
people say that this breathwork practice it does the same thing as ayahuasca. I've had many people tell me that.
Yeah, that's where my son is right now. He's in the Amazon doing lots of ayahuasca.
What is ayahuasca?
It's a mushroom, or it's a plant medicine where you go and have visions. What would be like it's kind of a organic drug, I guess. How would you
Yeah.
It's kind of like an organic LSD, I think. I guess that's how. That might be a poor definition. Don't quote me on that, but
Okay. I think I get it.
I'm a little, I was breathing too much. So, Cindy, do you want to go first how is this different than last time?
I got cold. I've got, and but it was good. Like it was, I had tingling in my arms, like both my arms down to my fingers. I didn't have that the last time, and my temperature changed, so I got cold, and I snuggled in, and then I just had these tears of joy coming, out of the sides of my eyes, and I really focused. My intention was for peace and releasing any tension in my body. So I felt that happen, and I felt I focused on the breath, and I really followed with you, and I just felt it opened up more. That when I do it on my own, I feel I do it more shallow, but just that how you explained it for Colleen at the beginning was that taking in and then release and letting it drop.
Letting it go.
Yeah, letting it drop. Yeah, that sound. Mm-hmm.
So sometimes the coldness is a regulation of your body. Like sometimes you get really cold, sometimes you get really hot. If somebody's really cold, really hot, sometimes I find that that's hormonal rebalancing. But, sometimes it's just our body healing, like sweating happens a lot, and then sometimes it won't, so it's a physical healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And thank you. Okay. Anybody else want to? Lisa.
Yeah, I have no doubt that even just that short session, and I can't even imagine, well, I can't imagine because I've done a longer session before, but I just feel like I was doing all kinds of releasing, and I don't need to cognitively remember it or write it down, or it's just working. And I was going to say something else. What was it?
You brought up a point, I'll interject here, is that a lot of times you'll see things or get information or get guidance. Like it could be as simple as send somebody an email or call somebody, or it could be a big vision, whatever, but writing it down, because you do forget. And when you're in altered states of consciousness, sometimes it's hard to bring like I have my clients, like I saw a blue door, and that's very significant for them. So then after the session, they'll say blue door. And then when I say, okay, you said blue door, and they go, oh yeah, that's like my uncle, blah, blah, and they'll just go, it means something. So journaling afterwards is very helpful.
Yeah. Are there, you said you've trained people and you have a list and stuff for us. Are there, I don't know, like modules for certain things?
Yeah. So what I would suggest, my favorite CD is with, you can play this back as many times as you want, Also, Ashana Solaris has a CD called Healing Yourself with Breath. She has many CDs, but that one is my all-time favorite. Like I play that a couple times a month, and she kind of talks a lot too, through it. And it's like, and she's breathing, and it's like a whole 50-minute thing. So you can just turn it on, listen to what you want to listen to, or listen to the whole thing. And it's a very beautiful journey, breath journey. And she explains how to do it in the beginning. And I have a link on the pages that Cindy's going to send out. And you can just order it you can download it for $20 and you have it forever. I have it on my phone. I have it on and it's very beautiful. And then this guy, Michael Stone, who's not from my breath lineage, but he has a full breath session online. If you want, I recommend him. He's very ethical. He's really great. And it's free. And then if you pay a certain amount of money a month, then you can breathe like so many times a week with him. And then you can also work with a practitioner. Like you can see, Cindy, that just breathing live